Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lindbergh-Craig Field. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get set for a split doubleheader. Missoula Mavericks and the Bozeman Bucks in Game 1, and then the second game, the Kalispell Lakers and the Mavericks. Two conference 7-inning games scheduled for tonight at Lindbergh-Craig Field. Let's go ahead and jump into our starting lineups for today's game, leading things off with the center fielder, Keller Murfitt, for the Bozeman Bucks. Ben Hubley, the second baseman, will bat second. He's number 3. Michael Fruand, the shortstop, will bat third, number 1. Number 11, Sage McMinn, will pitch on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, batting fourth. Batting fifth is number 12, Alton Geiselman, the catcher. The first baseman, number 15, Karsten Simcox, will bat sixth. Batting seventh is the third baseman, number 8, Logan Palethorpe. Samuel Schmidt, the left fielder, number 16, will bat eighth, and batting ninth is Ethan Coleman, the right fielder, number 5. For the Mavericks, leading things off will be the center fielder, Brendan Hill. The pitcher, number 7, Dane Frazier, will bat second. Batting third is the third baseman, Terad Richardson. Bridger Johnson, the right fielder, will bat in the number 4 spot. He's number 10 on the jersey. Number 5, Drew Stensrud, is the first baseman, batting fifth. Stuart Long at shortstop, batting sixth. He is number 2. Number 14, Andrew Clausen, will be the wall behind the plate at the catcher position, batting in the number 7 spot. Batting 8 in the 8 spot is number 6, Bo King. He's in left field. And finishing out the order is Dayton Bay, holding down second base. Our officials, Klein Voorhees behind the plate and Nick Yonke in the field. We're going to have the national anthem here in just a moment. And then when we come back, we'll have our opening pitch, our first pitch, for the doubleheader split between the Missoula Mavericks and Bozeman Bucks, Game 1, Kalispell Lakers and Mavericks, Game 2. Garrett Schultz is the manager for the Bucks, and Brent Hathaway is the manager for the Mavericks. We'll go ahead and step aside as we have our national anthem. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get set for Game 1 on the night. 2 games tonight, all conference, both of them 7 innings, the Mavericks and the Bucks. Game 1, it'll be the Lakers and the Mavericks in Game 2. Dane Frazier on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound to lead things off for the Mavericks. So we'll take a look at official stats for Dane here in just a moment as he warms up on the mound. And Mavericks 1-0 against the Bucks. You'll remember back during the Memorial Day weekend tournament, the Mavericks would play the Bucks right here at Lindbergh Craig Field, and it would be for a conference game. And the Mavericks would get the win in 8 innings with a walk-off fashion. Dylan Chalmers getting the nod to start the game and Dane Frazier closing it out. So we get ready to go here at Lindbergh Craig Field with Keller Murfitt, the center fielder. So Murfitt, Hubley, and Fruin to lead things off, the lefty in Murfitt. Murfitt settles in, and Frazier with the first pitch. And it'll be a ball pitch. First pitch is at 5:01 p.m. We've got 79 degrees with a 15-mile-an-hour wind out of the north. 1-0. Here's the pitch, and this time Voorhees will bark out the strike call to even us out at 1 apiece. The 1-1. And a swing for strike 2. Now for Frazier. As this one's foul back. Keeps it at 1-2. Here's the pitch. And we'll be at 2-2. So 2-2 as Murfitt settles back in for Frazier. 4-1 as a starter. 3.43 ERAs. This one's going to be rolled to Bay. The throw to second or first. And we've got 1 away.
Second baseman number 3, Ben Hubley.
Brings us to Ben Hubley. With 1 away. And Frazier delivers a strike to start out 1-0. Ball pitch evens us out at 1. And that one's a swing to bring up strike 2. It sounded like it had a little bit of contact. Frazier, 7 games played, 4 started, 21 total innings pitched, 16 runs, 8 of them earned off of 21 hit. As this one's popped in play down the right field line, and the Bucks will have a hit with a runner at first.
The shortstop, number 1, Mike Friend.
Takes us to Mike Friend with 1 out and 1 on. But looking back at Frazier's stats this year from the pitcher's mound, walked 10, struck out 19. is a 1.48 whip. Here's the pitch by Frazier. And this one's going to be smacked foul down the third base line. Oh, and 1. Hubley at first. Frazier leans in, checks the runner, and now the pitch, and
Foul ball. Foul ball. Foul ball.
and
Foul ball.
they're going to let the runner get the base at first. Foul ball brings up strike 2. Here's the 0-2, and this will be a swing tight inside. A strikeout for out number 2. Brings up Sage McMinn. And a foul ball. We'll start McMinn off. Looking at Frazier, a 6'2", 190-pound graduate from Sentinel High School. And a swing for strike 2. Frazier striking out the last batter for out number 1. Frazier holding down the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound currently. Does hang out at first base and has had some time this year in right field as this one's lifted into center field. Hill is back there. It's over Hill's head. This is going to bring the runner around from third as the ball gets all the way to the wall. They will go ahead and bring McMinn around second as the throw is made, and that is a stand-up triple to get the Bucks on the board. 1-0. So that takes us to the catcher, Alton Geiselman. Here's the pitch and a swing for strike 1. Second year for Frazier with the Mavs AA squad. He did play a year with the A. As it's outside to even the count out at 1. Frazier, a Dodgers fan. True Montana boy. Hobbies are hunting and fishing. This one's going to be cranked into left field. Bo King's looking for it, and that one's going to come down just inside the warning track. Runner will come home from third, and it's a stand-up double as the Bucks will have back-to-back hits for runs.
First baseman number 15, Karsten Simcox.
We go to Carson Simcox now for the Bucks. 2 outs on the board, 2 runs earned, and a runner at second. Simcox, the first baseman. And a foul ball will start with strike 1. Frazier now with the stretch and set. Delivers inside for a ball. One and one on the count. Gorgeous day here in Missoula. A few high puffy clouds as Frazier will deliver over the plate for strike 2. Runner at second, 2 outs. Here's the stretch and set, and the 1-2. This one will be right at Frazier. It'll pop off Frazier's glove. He'll have the throw to first. It will be the side, 1 left behind. So 2 runs earned, 1 left behind, and the Bucks lead on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard 2-0. We'll be back with the Mavericks' chance to bat right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
MPSN is back to live stream the Montana Legion Baseball AA and State A tournaments this summer. Join us live from Billings, Montana for the State AA tournament and Florence, Montana for the State A tournaments, July 27th through the 31st for all the play-by-play action of every game. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to sponsor the coverage of the games on MPSN, please send us an email. MPSN. Legion Baseball's home for the 2019 Montana State Legion Baseball tournaments.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the first inning, Bucks lead the Mavericks 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It's Sage McMinn on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. For the Mavericks, it'll be Brendan Hill to lead off, Dane Frazier on deck, and Trad Richardson in the hole. That's your order for the inning as Hill comes to the plate.
Third base in his 29th year, Brent Hathaway. And leading off for the Mavericks, the center fielder, number 3, Brendan Hill.
So Hill to start things off. And it'll be ball 1 for the first pitch to Hill. Hill will dribble this one down the third base line. The throw to first is there, and that's out number 1.
The pitcher number 7, Dane Frazier.
That'll bring up Dane Frazier. Here's the pitch to Frazier. And it'll be ball 1. Frazier standing on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound today as this one comes in for ball 2, 2-0 on the count. And a slice foul hard will get us to strike 1. Here's the pitch upstairs, and we'll go 3-1 to Frazier. Frazier pops this one foul down the first base line. It's not in the glove of the second baseman, and the foul ball will take us to a full count at 3-2. But for Frazier this year, he does lead the team in walks, as that will be his 30th walk. As we come to Trad Richardson. So 1 on, 1 out for the Mavericks. Down 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And this pitch comes in hard for strike 1. Richardson at first, at the plate. He's a graduate of Frenchtown. 6'3", 210-pound player, as McMinn will deliver ball 1. 1-1 on the count. Mavericks will play a second game tonight against the Kalispell Lakers. And we get ball 2. It's the first time that most of the people I've talked to have heard that the Mavericks have had a split conference doubleheader, or 2 conference games on the same day, I should say, to clarify. And a pitch over the plate will even the count out at 2 apiece. Klein Voorhees, our plate umpire. Nick Yonke in the field. Here's the pitch. And Richardson fouls this one off, staying at 2-2. But for Trad, a right-hander, graduate of Frenchtown, plays third, catcher, outfield, and has some time on the mound in the last couple innings as we come to a full count at 3-2. A lot of wind on the mic. I apologize, folks. Got a breezy day today. And this one, they're going to say foul ball. And we stay at 3-2. And Richardson will be struck out for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 10, Bridger Johnson.
Brings up Bridger Johnson. And McMinn will deliver strike 1. This one will get away. Frazier will go ahead and take second. And will be 1-1 on the count. And a pitch brought in for strike 2, so 1-2 on the count. Here's the stretch and set by McMinn. And a wild pitch advances Frazier. We go 2-2. Here's Johnson with a high floater into right field. It's in the glove, and that will be the side. So the Mavericks get Frazier on, but leave him behind, and we go to the top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craig Field as we go to the top of the second inning. The Bozeman Bucks leading the Missoula Mavericks 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Dane Frazier on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Game one of 2 games tonight, 2 conference games tonight, as Frazier will have his first pitch to Logan Palethorpe. So 7, 8, 9 batters on the schedule for the inning as Palethorpe will foul this one down the third base line to go strike 1. Time is called. So game 2 scheduled for 7 o'clock. It's going to be the Kalispell Lakers and the Missoula Mavericks. And a swing for strike 2. Here's the pitch. And this one's punched straight up in the air. Frazier's racing to it, and Frazier not able to put it in the glove. We will have Palethorpe try again at 0-2. Both Clausen, Frazier, and Stensrud there. Here's the pitch. And we'll have ball 1 now. So the Mavericks have 2 games tonight. And then Thursday they go into action on the road for their first tournament on the road. This one's going to be swung on, drop third strike. And we've got 1 away here in the second. So we go to Samuel Schmidt, the left fielder, with nobody on and 1 out here in the top of the second. So the Mavericks will be at the Dwight Church tournament as we get strike 1 on the swing. Thursday will be the first game, 7 o'clock, as they take on the host team, Lewis and Clark Twins. Friday will be a pair of games at the tournament for the Mavericks as we get another swing for strike 2. Mercedes-Benz of Seattle at 2:30, and then Hanford Flames at 5. There's a check swing inside, and they're going to look down the line, and they're going to say strike 3. So 2 away now. bottom of the order, Ethan Coleman, the right fielder. Here's the pitch. And this one's just past the glove of Richardson. King will go to one knee, and the runner will hold up at first.
Number 2, Keller Murphy.
That'll swing us to the top of the order to Keller Murphy.
Hey Steve, how do you like that view? I've been in other baseball stadiums, but I don't think any of this is very
And Frazier will deliver strike one to Murfitt. Murfitt with a ground out his first at bat. And then on Saturday, the Mavericks at the Dwight Church tournament, and the pickoff play just a hair behind. Saturday will be Spokane Cannons at 12 p.m. and Sunday will be Gonzaga Prep at 12:30 as Frazier delivers strike two. Here's a smack that's going to roll, picked up, and Frazier will get to the bag, and that is the side. One loaded up, left behind, and it stays 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at worldviews. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the second inning. In a conference 7-inning game, the Bucks lead the Mavericks 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. So for the Mavericks, it's the middle of the order, 5, 6, 7 batters. Drew Stensrud at the plate. McMinn will deliver and be out on the outside of the plate for strike one. Here's the pitch by McMinn, and a foul. Will go 0-2. Here's another foul shot. Keeps Stensrud at 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that one will be just outside, bring up ball one. For Stensrud, he's a 5'10", 170-pound junior over at Sentinel. As we come 2-2. McMinn with the delivery. And Stensrud will slice to be struck out for the first out of the inning. That takes us to Stuart Long, the shortstop, with 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the second inning. It is Bucks leading the Mavericks 2-0 as Stensrud fouls one off for strike 1. Stuart Long, a 5'8", 175-pound sophomore from Hellgate High School, as McMinn will deliver inside for strike 2. The Lakers bus has just pulled up in the parking lot. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be off of the pitcher. Shortstop will come up on the run, the palm, and that is Stuart Long getting loaded up at first. Mavericks have their first hit of the game.
Number 14, Andrew Clausen.
So we come to Andrew Clausen, the catcher. Here's the pitch. And it's outside for strike 1. Andrew Clausen, catcher in today's game. He's making a solid statement for his takeover of that position. With Clayton Frankie graduated and moving on, this is going to be over the plate for strike 2. 0-2 to Clausen. He's a 5'11", 145-pound sophomore at Sentinel. And this one will be a swing. It did have contact, but they're going to say strike 3, and that's 2 away. So with Stuart Long at first, that'll bring up the left fielder, Bo King, and McMinn will come in low for ball 1. 1-0. And Bo rolls this one out to the shortstop, picked up, throw to second, the tag on the bag, and the fielder's choice will finish the side. So Mavericks will leave one left behind, and it stays 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.fivevalleyAutosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we come to the top of the third inning, and we've got a change on the field as Bo King is helped off the field. Who is the switch?
Martin for Bo King.
Okay.
For the Mavericks, now playing left field.
So Thomas Martin will come in for Bo King in left field. And at the plate, it's Ben Hubley. Dane Frazier on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And Frazier will deliver strike 1 to Hubley. That'll bring in strike 2. 0-2. Frazier, he's got 36 pitches. 30 of them have been over the plate so far today, as this one will be bounced out. Long secures it in the glove. The throw to first is wide, and that will allow the runner on.
Number 1, Mike Friend.
Brings up Mike Friend with a runner at first and no outs. Lakers making their way into the building here now, as they will have the 7 o'clock game against the Mavericks. That's what it's scheduled for. It'll be 20 minutes after this one finishes up, unless this one gets done early enough. As Frazier will deliver strike 1 to Friend. Friend struck out his first at bat. Here's Frazier to first. So the Mavericks on the road this weekend. Then they go next week on the road for a doubleheader on a Tuesday night against the Helena Senators, as Frazier will bring in ball 1 to make it an even count. Here's the pitch. And Voorhees will call that strike 2. So the Mavericks will have 6 games on the road. Gets out of the glove of Stensrud. The throw will not be, yes, it will be made, but behind, and the base runner will get, Hubley will get to second off the error on the throw. So, runner at second. Here's the 1-2 and a swing, and Frazier will strike out Friend for the second time tonight. That's 1 away. Takes us to Sage McMinn, the pitcher. 1 out, 1 on. Frazier with the stretch and set. And time is called. Plate umpire Klein Voorhees, Nick Yonke in the field. And we get ball 1. For McMinn, he would slap up a triple his first at bat, as this one's fouled backwards. Evens the count out at 1 apiece. There should be a fun weekend in Lewiston this weekend. MPSN will be there for the Maverick games, so if you're not able to travel, as this one's cranked into center field, Hill backpedals in the glove. The runner at second will tag as the throw is made, and that'll be 2 away.
Number 12, Alden Geiselman.
That brings up Alton Geiselman, the catcher. 2 outs and a runner at third. Bozeman leading 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. And it's delivered in as strike 1. Here's the 0-1 by Frazier, and this one's punched up over first base. Stensrud says he's got it, and that is the side. So one left at third. Mavericks hold it off, and it stays 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Mavericks bat right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community. Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field, where the Bozeman Bucks lead the Missoula Mavericks 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Mavericks, bottom of the order, Dayton Bay to lead off the inning. So 9-1-2 on the schedule, Bay, Hill, and Frazier. We do have a change defensively where Bo King was in the last inning, making his way down the first base line on a hit that resulted in a fielder's choice, and I didn't see him go down, but they subbed him out, brought Thomas Martin in to bat and play left field. It is Sage McMinn on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and his first pitch of the inning will be over the plate for strike one. We'll have our second game coming up as McMinn brings up strike two. As the Kalispell Lakers are in for a second game after this one, and Bay will be struck out.
Number 3, Brandon Hill.
Swinging us back to the top of the order for the Mavericks to Brendan Hill. Hill with a ground out, his first at bat. And we'll have ball one to Hill. Brendan Hill, another Sentinel graduate, a 5'8", 175-pound grad, as he'll take a slice for strike one. 1-1. Pitcher, shortstop, center fielder. Hill is one of those utility players that the Mavericks can insert anywhere on the field, and he will dominate. 1 year with the A squad. This is his second year with the Double-A. As he'll bounce this one. It's going to be fair over the third baseman's head. Backspin will cause it to go deep into left field, and Hill will hold up at first. The Mavericks will have a runner with one out.
Frazier.
Takes us to the pitcher, Dane Frazier. Here's McMinn, and he'll deliver over the plate for strike one to Frazier. Frazier walked his first at bat. We'll get ball one to even the count out. Frazier, a dominant force for the Mavericks this year. He leads the team in runs with 29, second in hits with 33. Trad Richardson's with 34. That's coming into this game. He's third on the team for RBIs with 20. As we'll have strike two to Frazier. Second in the team for singles with 24. First with doubles and triples, 9 doubles, 5 triples. 38 total bases, putting him second as we go 2-2 on the count. Frazier with 1 home run this season, walked 29 times. Struck out 9 as this one's going to be bounced out. Third baseman will have it. The throw to first is not there, and Frazier is on.
Number 13, Brad Richardson.
That will take us to Trad Richardson with 1 out and runners at first and second for the Mavericks. Bottom of the 3rd inning. And an inside pitch on Richardson will be ball 1. Sage McMinn delivers up high, and we'll have ball 2. Here's the pitch, and Richardson hops this one over the netting. Foul for strike 1. Here's the pitch by McMinn. Nope, Richardson's going to call time. 2-1 on the count for Trad. He was struck out his first at bat. Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle. And Richardson pings another one foul. Brings us to 2-2 on the count. And Bo King making his way out of the complex here with a bag of ice. Hope he's all right. Didn't see the injury. Just saw the boys carrying him back to the dugout at the end of the before the next inning started. Here's Richardson on the reach. This one's a popper. It's going to come down in the glove of the left fielder, and that'll be 2 away now with runners in first and second. Bridger Johnson now for the Mavericks. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Mavericks trying to get into it here as they're down 2-0. McMinn will deliver. Ball 1. Johnson has shown well this year so far. He's been hanging out in the outfield. I think he's covered all 3 outfield positions as McMinn will step off trying to get the runners to go back. We've got Hill at second, Frazier at first. Here's the 1-0 for ball 2. But for Johnson, he is a 5'11", 172-pound junior at Sentinel. Right-hander. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be rolled up. The second baseman, he bobbles it, throws it to first, but it's there, and that is the side. The Mavericks leave runners on, and it stays 2-0. Top of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Hey, are you gonna try out that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
Not a chance. They don't have group exercise classes with awesome instructors like we get at Fuel. And the owners are in New York City.
What?
The New York way is not the Montana way, so no way.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field. Game 1 of 2 tonight. The Bozeman Bucks leading the Missoula Mavericks 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard here at the top of the 4th inning. Dane Frazier on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Dax. And it will be Karsten Simcox to lead off the inning. 6, 7, 8 batters on the schedule for the Bucks. Game 2 will feature the Kalispell Lakers and the Missoula Mavericks, as this one's fouled off for strike 1. Both of them conference games. The Mavericks 3-0 on the conference schedule. As Frazier delivers on the inside of the plate for strike 2, 0-2. For Simcox, it was a ground out, his first at bat. And a swing, and Frazier will start the inning out with a strikeout.
Number 8, Logan Palethorpe.
Takes us to the third baseman, Logan Palethorpe. The Lakers sitting in the seating down the first base line in the outfield, getting ready for BP. This one's going to be launched over the head of Long, and it'll bounce in front of Martin, and that will load a runner-up for the Bucks.
Number 16, Sam Schmidt.
Takes us to Samuel Schmidt, the left fielder. 1 out, 1 on. Bucks with 2 runs off of 6 hits. They've left 3 behind. There have not been any errors committed by Bozeman. For the Mavericks, it's 3 hits, no runs, 1 error, and they've left 4 behind. Here's the foul ball to start out with strike 1. Mavericks will host their second and final tournament coming up starting 1 week from Thursday. Stenzer doing a good job of holding that one in there. But the Mavs will have 20th to the 23rd as this one swung on for strike 2. And I'll post the schedule up for that on the Missoula Prep Sports Network, as we'll have varied start times. This one's going to be hopped right up over the netting. Keeps the batter alive at 0-2. For Schmidt, he struck out his first at-bat. Here's the pitch as the runner's going to go. Clausen with the throw, and it's there, but not held onto. And the runner will get the base. And we'll have ball 1, 1-2, as Clausen's going to take a moment and tie his shoe. Dane Frazier on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Young man is cool as a cucumber when he's out there on the field. Here's the stretch and set by Frazier. And a swing. This one's off the knee. Clausen won't have, he will make the throw, but Runner will reach.
Number 5, Ethan Coleman.
So that takes us to the bottom of the order. Ethan Coleman with 1 out and runners on the corners for the Mavericks. For Coleman, he singled his first at-bat. Here's Frazier with the stretch and set. Bunt showing. And Frazier puts it over the plate. The throw to second, and they'll come back home. Clausen with the tag, and they're going to punch out the runner at home. And that's 1 away as Andrew Clausen protects the plate. Pitch thrown was a ball. This one's going to be hit right at Frazier. He'll go to the ground. Hill will come up. Runner from seconds around the corner. The throw is made. And Stuart Long not looking at second. That could have been dangerous. But the runner held up at first. And the Bucks will earn a run.
Number 2, Keller Murphy.
To make it 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the order, center fielder, Keller Murfitt, and Murfitt will foul this one off for strike 1. For Murfitt, a pair of groundouts on the day. Throw to first. Pitch by Frazier. Foul. This one's going to make its way into the parking lot. And we'll have strike 2, 0-2 on the count. Getting into the thick of conference play. And a pitch off the toe. And that will put the runner at first.
Number 3, Ben Hubler.
Runners at first and second, 2 outs, and Ben Hubler will come to the plate for the Bozeman Bucks. Bucks looking to add on their lead here over the Mavericks. Mavericks 1-0 in conference play against the Bucks so far this season. So Bozeman looking to tie it up. Here's the roller out to Bay, the throw to first, and that will retire the side. 1 earned, 1 left, or 2 left behind, and it's 3-0 Bucks. We'll be back with the Mavericks portion of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
MPSN is back to live stream the Montana Legion Baseball AA and State A tournaments this summer. Join us live from Billings, Montana for the State AA tournament and Florence, Montana for the State A tournaments, July 27th through the 31st for all the play-by-play action of every game. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to sponsor the coverage of the games on MPSN, please send us an email. MPSN. Legion Baseball's home for the 2019 Montana State Legion Baseball Tournaments.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we come to the Bottom of the fourth inning in a 7-inning game here at Lindbergh Craig Field. The Bozeman Bucks lead the Missoula Mavericks 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It's Drew Stensrud to lead the inning off for the Mavericks. So 5, 6, 7 batters. Stensrud, Long, and Clausen. Sage McMinn on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and Stensrud is going to punch this one foul right outside the door here for strike one. For Stensrud, struck out his first at bat. Stensrud, 64 at bats. 15 runs off of 17 hits as this one's delivered in for a ball. Leads their second in the team in doubles with 4. Stensrud takes this one into the gap, and the Mavericks will have a runner at first.
Number 2, Stuart Long.
And that takes us to the shortstop, Stuart Long, with one on here to start the fourth inning. Mavericks looking for runs as they're down 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch to Long, and this one's going to be golfed into the same spot, but the right fielder will be there. Stensrud will hold, and that will be one away.
Number 14, Andrew Clausen.
We go to Andrew Clausen now for the Mavericks with one out and Stensrud at first. Throw to first as Stensrud hops back in. Be Thomas Martin in the on-deck circle, batting in the place of King. Here's the pitch, and McMinn delivers over the plate for strike one. Here's ball one to Clausen. For Clausen, struck out his first at bat. Clausen leading the team, second in the team by hit by pitches with 5. Also in stolen bases with 5, he is second with 5 as we get ball 2. Otherwise, Clausen, 46 at bats, 5 runs off of 14 hits, 7 RBIs as we go 2-2 on the count. Stensrud at first, steps away. Here's the 2-2. And a swing, and Clausen will be struck out for the second time tonight. That's 2 away. We come to Thomas Martin now for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. So this is Martin's first at bat of the game. Stepping in for King. And a low pitch will bring up ball 2. So 2-0. But Thomas, a 6-foot, 170-pound graduate of Sentinel High School, as the MCPS schools had their graduation this past weekend. Martin's going to foul this one back to bring up strike one, 2-1 on the count. Second base is where his home has been. He's been able to get in and do some pitching this year, as Martin will crank this one short, and the second baseman will glove it up. and that is the sides. The Mavericks get one on, but leave them behind, and we go to the top of the fifth. Bozeman 3, Mavericks 0. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the fifth inning. Bozeman Bucks lead the Missoula Mavericks 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Game one of two games tonight. Second game will be scheduled for 7 o'clock. It is the Kalispell Lakers. Bozeman Bucks right now at the plate with Michael Fruin batting. This is bounced down the line to Richardson. Richardson throws to first, and one pitch, one out to start the fifth inning.
Number 11, Sage McMinn.
Brings up the pitcher, Sage McMinn, with one out. Dane Frazier standing on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound and has done a stellar job down there. This one's bounced out, and Bay will dive on it. The throw to first is just ahead of the runner, and that's two away. Dayton Bay with the sacrifice on the body as he dives out for it. And that's two plays by Bay as we come to Alton Geiselman, the catcher. Here's the pitch by Frazier. And he'll deliver over the plate for strike one for Geiselman. Doubled his first at-bat, and then an infield fly the last at-bat. And this one's cranked into left field. Martin is back there. He's got to back up all the way to the warning track. Keeps it in the glove. 1, 2, 3 for the Bucks in the fifth. Mavericks get to bat right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Warning! Warning!
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we come to the bottom of the fifth inning. Bucks leading the Mavericks 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 2 runs earned in the first and 1 in the fourth, getting the Bucks to their 3 runs off of 7 hits, no errors, leaving 5 behind. The Mavericks, they've had 4 hits but not able to get a runner home and caused 1 error while leaving 5 behind. Leading things off for the Mavericks is Dayton Bay as Sage McMinn stands on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. So 9-1-2 on the schedule for the Mavericks in the inning, as Bay shows bunt, and we'll have ball one. Bay showing bunt reminds me of a thing I saw on social media today as we get ball two. As a team, I don't remember who the teams were, but there was a no-hitter going on, and late in the game, to break up the no-hitter, the leadoff batter would bunt down the third base line to get on and break up the no-hitter. Here is strike one, 2-1-1. That one would lead to quite a interesting conversation online about the unwritten rules of baseball as we come to 2-2 on the count. And Bay will be struck out for out number one. Swings this to the top of the order to Brendan Hill. Here's the pitch. And Voorhees will bark strike on the pitch. 0-1. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle. Bullpens have been quiet tonight as we get one upstairs for ball one. 1-1 on the count. Here's the pitch by McMinn, and he's going to come right across the front of Hill, bringing up ball two. Pitch on the way, and Hill puts this one down the left field line. It's got some air underneath it, and that allows the left fielder to put it in the glove. And that's 2 away now. Brings up the pitcher, Dane Frazier. Frazier with a walk and a single today from the plate, as McMinn goes upstairs for ball one. Pitch on the way, and it's low for ball two. Frazier settling back in. You can hear the Lakers doing batting practice as they get ready for the 7 o'clock game against the Mavericks. Quickly, 3-0 on the count. Nobody on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Scheduled for 7. And that one will catch the plate for strike one. 3-1 now. Here's the pitch by McMinn. Frazier does have contact. Keeps him alive as we go 3-1. Frazier cranks this one over the head of the shortstop. It's deep. Frazier rounds the corner at first as a throw is made, and he'll slide into second. Frazier puts a hit on the board for the Mavericks with 2 outs.
Number 13, Brad Richardson.
That'll bring up Trad Richardson now for the Mavericks. Be a good time for Trad to open one up here. And a pitch over the plate will be strike one to Richardson. Trad tonight, strikeout and a line drive to put him 0 for 2. Richardson into left field. It's high, air, and the side is decided. The Mavericks get Frazier on off a monster, but He's left there, and we go to the top of the 6th. Bucks holding on 3-0. We'll be back.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at worldviews. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we come to the top of the 6th inning. Bozeman Bucks leading the Missoula Mavericks 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. As the Bucks have opened up the gate down the third base line, and it looks as though as Brady Higgs is warming up in the bullpen. For the Bucks to start the inning, it'll be Karsten Simcox, 6, 7, 8 batters. Dane Frazier continues his duty on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And he'll deliver over the plate for strike 1 to start the inning. So Simcox, Palethorpe, and Schmidt scheduled as Frazier comes in. This one's a line drive into center field, and Hill puts it in the glove for the out. Brings up Logan Palethorpe. And Hill tracking that one down like his slot receiver position over the shoulder, making the catch. Here's Frazier with the delivery. And we'll start with ball 1 to Palethorpe. Palethorpe, 1 for 2. Singled his second at-bat, as this one's going to be fouled off towards the bullpen to go 0-2. Or 1-1, I apologize. And we'll get ball 2. Here's the 2-1. And Frazier back outside on the plate to even it at 2. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be tight inside. Gives us a full count. Pitch on the way. And a swinging strikeout to put out number 2 on the board.
Number 16, Sam Schmidt.
Takes us to the left fielder, Sam Schmidt. Nobody on and 2 outs, top of the 6th. Bozeman Bucks lead the Missoula Mavericks 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And this one's going to come off the middle of the bat. Stensrud is there. It's in the glove, and it's 1, 2, 3 for the Bucks. Mavericks look to swing into the game as they'll hit next on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we drop to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bozeman Bucks leading the Missoula Mavericks 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Sage McMinn continues his time on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound with Bridger Johnson to lead off for the Mavericks. So the 4, 5, 6 batters scheduled on the inning for the Mavericks: Johnson, Stensrud, and Long. And Johnson will slice on the first pitch. This one's high. It's going to drop right in right field, and Bridger Johnson will find himself on off of one pitch.
Number 5, Drew Stensrud.
Takes us to Drew Stensrud. Stensrud settles in. Here's the pitch. And it'll be inside over the plate for strike one. Klein Voorhees, our plate umpire, calling balls and strikes, with Nick Yonke in the field. And this will be fouled right back at us. 0-2. Stuart Long in the on-deck circle with Bridger Johnson at first. No outs. Here's the 0-2. And it's ball one as it drops in the dirt before it gets to the plate. Mavericks will take on the Lakers in game 2. That's scheduled for 7. And Stensrud struck out for the first out of the inning. We go to Stuart Long. 1 out, 1 on. Here's McMinn with the delivery, and this one's going to come back at us. Foul ball will be strike one. Andrew Clausen in the on-deck circle. Bridger Johnson at first. 1 out. And we'll get even on the count at 1. McMinn will deliver ball 2. So for Stuart Long, a single and a line drive to make him 1-2 on the count. And that'll be ball 3. Long, one of the Hellgate representatives for the Mavericks, as the walk will put runners at first and second now for the Mavericks. And that will bring out Schultz. He'll stroll out to the pitcher's mound. We'll wait and see. Higgs is warming up. Brady Higgs is warming up in the bullpen. He's got 94 pitches. And this is just a conference. And it's a very quick conference as Schultz will make his way back to the dugout, as Clausen will get ready to go. So, Stuart Long at first, Bridger Johnson at second, 1 out on the board. Mavericks looking for their first run of the game as they're down 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And a swing that goes into the backstop will be a foul ball for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Check swing by Clausen. They're going to say he went, and that will be strike 2. Clausen struck out both at bats tonight, facing McMinn. Here's the 0-2, and Clausen's going to slice this one. It's going to land just in the glove of the shortstop, and that'll be 2 away as Thomas Martin comes to the plate. Martin, 0 for 1 on the night. Second base, had some time, a couple innings at the pitcher's mound, and tonight subbed in left field for Bo King as McMinn will deliver over the plate for strike 1 to Martin. Get strike 2 now. Here's the 0-2, and this one's Martin's gonna put for a ride. That will load the bases up for the Mavericks with 2 outs.
Number 1, Dayton Bay.
That'll bring us to Dayton Bay. Bottom of the order for the Mavericks. Bay settles in. He's got Martin at first, Long at second, and Johnson at third. 2 outs. Mavericks, as Bay will call time. And it's not Higgs that is actually warming up in the bullpen. That was the young man watching. Bay will swing for strike 1. Now Bay has been struck out both at bats tonight. With 2 outs, this would be a great time for him to open one up. And the floater will be ball 1. 1-1 on the count. Top of the order in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks, as Bay will let it go by for ball 2. Here's the pitch. And Bay swings for strike 2. So McMinn reaching his pitch count here, or very close to it. Could be the last batter that he faces. Here's the 2-2, as that's a strikeout to end the side, and the fans not happy with the call. Mavericks will leave loaded bases, top of the 7th, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hey, are you gonna try that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
No way. They don't care what we eat. They serve pizza and bagels, and the owners are in New York City.
What? New York City? That really tans my hide.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craig Field as we've come to the final frame of the first game of the night. The Missoula Mavericks down to the Bozeman Bucks 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And for the Bucks, it's the bottom of the order to lead off. Ethan Coleman, the right fielder. So 9-1-2, Coleman, Murfitt, and Hubley scheduled on the inning.
Number 5, Ethan Coleman.
Here's the pitch by Frazier. And Frazier will be outside the plate for strike one. For Coleman, pair of singles on the night. As this one will come inside to even the count out at 1. For Frazier, coming into this, it'll be 6 innings as this one's punched high. Bay says he's got it, and he does. That's 1 away.
Number 2, Keller Murphy.
As we go to top of the order, Keller Murfitt. And Frazier will deliver strike one. So for Frazier, 6 in the third innings, 3 runs, 2 earned, struck out 7, 7 hits, no walks, as this one's going to be in the glove of Clausen, and that is 2 away.
Number 3, Ben Hubley.
And we go to Ben Hubley with 2 away. Nobody on. Here's the pitch by Frazier. And it's inside for strike one. Two for 3 for Hubley as we go 1-1 on the count. Mavericks 1-0 in conference play against the Bucks. This one's going to be just fair as it's going to kiss and hug that first third base line. Runner's going to round the corner as Martin makes a throw. It'll be an overthrow, but Stensrud is there to pick it up.
Number 1, Mike Friend.
And with 2 outs, that will bring up Mike Friend with a runner at first. And an intentional walk. Puts runners at first and second. And that'll bring up Sage McMinn with 1 out.
Number 11, Sage McMinn.
So the Mavericks, as I was saying, 1-0 in conference play against the Bucks, and it would be an 8-inning walk-off win as the Mavericks would get ahead in the 6th, tie it back up in the bottom of the 7th, and then it would be a bottom of the 8th as this one's going to hop high over Frazier's head. There's the tag, and they're going to say safe at second to load the bases.
Number 12, Alden Geiselman.
So loaded bases now. Throw to third. So 2 outs, loaded bases as Alton Geiselman stands at the plate waiting for his first pitch of the inning from Frazier. And Frazier's going to tag the batter Nowhere to put him, so that brings the runner from third home. And that'll make it 4-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Frazier with 80 pitches, 64 of them been over the plate. He has just been phenomenal at the plate. Karsten Simcox. And Frazier's pitch will be outside to Simcox for ball 1. Frazier now with the stretch and set. And that one finds the plate. Looked like about the same pitch, but Voorhees has got the mask calling balls and strikes. I've got the microphone, so we'll let him make the call. 1-1 on the count. A swing for strike 2. Loaded bases, 2 outs. Top of 7. 1 run earned so far to make it 4-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's Frazier with the delivery. And Clausen loses it. The throw just, and the runner from third will score. And that will be a ball. And that puts runners on the corners now, as the Bucks lead 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the 2-2. Runner's going to go. This one's lifted into left field. Martin gets it. The runner from third will score, and that keeps runners at first and second.
Number 8, Logan Palethorpe.
Takes us to the third baseman, Logan Palethorpe, as the Bucks now lead 6-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. And Frazier will have this one outside to Clausen. Runners will advance to second and third. And that will bring Hathaway out. He's going to point to Stensrud, and looks like Stensrud and Frazier will swap spots as Stensrud makes his way to the dugout to switch out his gloves. So Dane Frazier done on the mound. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll see Drew Stensrud. You're watching Mavericks baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN. Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN as we have the change on the pitcher's mound. Drew Stensrud on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound playing Rochambeau and switching out with Dane Frazier. So Stensrud at the mound and 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound and Dane Frazier at first. The batter is Logan Palethorpe, who was 1 for 3, singled his second at bat, struck out his last. Stensrud now with his first pitch. It'll be 1-0 on the count as we get a swing for strike 1. One and one. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Top of 7. 6-0 Bozeman on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as this one will be ball 2. Stensrud now with the stretch and set and a foul. Back into the catcher will be strike 2. So for Frazier, 6 2/3 innings, 85 total pitches, 67 of them strikes, 6 runs, 5 earned, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, 9 hits, and struck 2 batters, 2 wild pitches as we go 3-2 on the count now. So a full count to the third baseman, Stensrud with the delivery, and this one's punched foul. We stay at 3-2. Stensrud steps back onto the rubber. And the stretch and set. Here's the payoff pitch. And Stensrud will strike out the batter to strand 2 runners. Mavericks with some work to do. They're down 6-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Back with the bottom of the 7th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN. Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As we come to the bottom of the 7th inning, change on the mound. Samuel Schmidt will crawl up there. For the Bucks, Logan Palethorpe now in left field and trying to see the young man at third. Looks like a 13.
Your attention please for Bozeman now pitching. Number 16, Sam Schmidt.
We'll wait for the change.
Playing left field, number 8, Logan Palethorpe. Now playing third base, number 13, Parker McMahon.
Parker McMahon
Number 3, Brendan
is at third. So that's the change in the order. For the Mavericks, it's the top of their order, or change defensively. For the Mavericks, it's the top of their order to start the bottom of the 7th with Brendan Hill to lead things off. So Hill, Frazier, Richardson. And the pitch by Schmidt. Hill will bounce this one fair down the third base line. It's got some roll as Hill grabs the gear, rounds first, slides into second, and the Mavericks will start out with a hip.
Number 7, Dane Frazier.
Brings us to Dane Frazier now. Here's Schmidt, I mean. He'll step off the rubber. For McMahon, it would be 7 innings, 99 pitches, 65 of them over the plate, no runs. Struck out 8, walked 2, 7 hits, and no hit by pitches. The third baseman goes to a knee, but this one's going to be an overthrow, and Hill will get to third. So a hit and the first error of the game against
Richardson.
the Bucks. And Trad Richardson with runners on the corners. Richardson will have strike 1. Trad 0 for 3, strikeout, and a pair of line drives. And we'll see an even count now. I am wrong. It's 2-0 on the count to Richardson. Here's the 2-0 by McMahon. Richardson rips it down the third base line, foul. And that will bring up strike 1, so 2-1. No outs with runners on the corners for the Mavericks. They're looking for their first run of the game. And Richardson pops this one at halfway. Makes this an even count at 2 apiece. Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle. Frazier will step away from first. And Richardson struck out on the swing for out number 1.
Number 10, Bridger Johnson.
Takes us to the right fielder. Bridger Johnson with 1 out, runners on the corners. Bozeman looking to pick up a conference win against the Mavericks, as Johnson will foul this one down the third base line for strike 1. Frazier steps away from first. Hill at third. And Voorhees will call that strike 2. Here's Schmidt with the stretch and set. And there's the phone book tear to strike out.
Number 5,
Johnson. That's 2 down now. And that takes us to Drew Stensrud. Frazier's going to go. The throw to second is made, and it's going to roll into center field. That'll bring Hill home. Frazier will stand up at third, and the Mavericks have gotten on the board. And Stensrud will have 1-0 on the count. So the Mavericks are in their first run to make it 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And patience by Stensrud will make it 2-1. 3-1. Frazier now at third. And Stensrud has this one come off crooked. This is the throw to first. It's high. The bag is stuck, and that is game. The Bozeman Bucks will get the conference win over the Mavericks. 6-1. Mavericks, or the Bucks, 6 runs off of 9 hits, 2 errors committed, and they would leave 7 behind. The Mavericks, they would have 1 run off of 9 hits, 1 error, and leave 10 behind. So the Mavericks will have their second game coming up in about 20 minutes after this one finishes up. We'll step aside when we come back. It's Mavericks-Lakers right after this.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well,